Hello, good evening, and welcome to the Virtual Racers Club. The stream seems a bit wacky. So here we are then, round 3 for the Renault Megane Trophy Series 2. I mean, 1.5 really. Well, I don't know. It was a support series for the Super Formula the last time that ran. And they were fun cars, they were great racers, so it has grown into its very own monster of a league. And yes, so here we are for round 3, and we're at St. Croix, or get your rocks off at St. Croix, baby. Yeah, so we're at St. Croix, lovely little quaint racetrack. I like this track a lot, so I'm looking forward to this. The Renault Megane Trophy is a one-make championship using the excellent Renault Megane Group 4 exclusively. They race for 2 30-minute races. We're going to have qualifying at 8 o'clock for 10 minutes. And Jesus, what's a lap time round here? 3... They're going to get about 2 laps in for quali, so they've got to be on it in the 10-minute session. And then we're going to have 2 30-minute races. Now here is the schnizzle on the rules. They can only use a set of racing super softs once per round. So over the 2 races, they're allowed to use super softs once. Now, the super softs don't quite go a full race, so we've been seeing people not really use the super softs. It's not something you have to use, although the racing medium tyre is mandatory and has to be used for at least 1 stint per round, so they do have to use the medium tyre, and they can use the racing soft tyre as much as they like. And we've seen that a racing soft tyre and a fuel tank, they can do a race without a pit stop, which we've seen a few of them doing so. But then when they use the medium tyre, we see they're kind of divided. Some go all the way, try and go all the way on the medium tyre. We see some come in and get rid of that medium tyre and go onto a soft tyre. Well, they usually save the super soft. They race the first race just on the softs. This is the strategy I have been noticing. But they race the first race on the racing softs for the full race without a pit stop, and they get what they get. And then in the second race they start on the mediums, come in. Some of them just go all the way on the mediums, and some of them they come in and then put the super softs on for as long as they can last, and then they crack on. So yeah, and there's never 2 races alike. The strategies are always here, there and everywhere. I've come on quite early, haven't I? I seem to have to do a lot more talking than I'm used to. It's usually, I'm apologising and we're rushing into qualifying. I've got time to read the table at my leisure. Oh, I think I haven't been dotting around the cars though, I've noticed. Sorry guys, you've been watching someone just going around in circles. So yeah, in the Renault Meganes Group 4s, they are delicious. I think Skyjacker and Homesick have both said hello in the chat. Let me look. Skyjacker saying, good evening, sir. Hope all is good. It is, thank you. And Homesick saying, good evening. Why, thank you. Good evening. I haven't had my dinner. There might be quiet spots where I'm namming on my pizza. So, the table. Let's concentrate on the table now. After Autopolis and Nürburgring, and now we're here at St. Croix. Homesick Alien is leading the championship. He's won a race in each round so far. Can he keep that up? Can he get a win today? There's a few out there to stop him, I tell thee. So Homesick Alien is leading this championship on 60 points, with Sharon in second on 57 points. He seems to be the king of the podium. He's carrying 3 podiums so far, and he's loving every part of it. He's on 57 points, only 3 points behind the Alien, the Russian sensation. Talleyrand is third, and on 55 points. He did win last time out, but he was stripped of that win for not using the medium tyres and given a 30-second penalty, which only dropped him down to about 4th or 5th. And obviously, you know, we understood the argument of why pit, because you're going to lose 30 seconds in a pit stop or in the race. So I don't know if the rules have been amended, but I heard on the rumour mill that penalty might be moved up to 60 minutes if you do not use the medium. Not 60 minutes, 60 seconds. 60 seconds, sorry. Minutes. Well, you may as well just disqualify, won't you? But 60 seconds. There is talk. It's moved. It's either has moved up to, or is going to be moved up to. So Talleyrand didn't get that win last time out, but he is third in the championship on 55 points, only 2 points behind Shiren, and 3 points. 5 points behind Homescalian. Noxie in fourth. He's done absolutely blinding this season so far. He's had 2 great rounds and he's fourth in the championship on 52 points. It's all very tight. Ensign Newitt in fifth on 38 points, alongside Guesty, who's fifth, joint fifth on 38 points is Guesty. Turtle seventh on 34 points. The Barry twins in 8th on 33 points. Racer Brown 9th on 29 points. Skyjacker 10th on 27 points. Bunny is 11th on 17 points. Koi Carp is 12th on 15 points. Joker's 13th on 15 points. Rido 14th on 12 points. But from Racer Brown downwards, they've all missed a round. Right, the R's are up and I better get involved and let them know I am ready. And that looked like a full jar of R's, I've got to say, and we haven't looked around who's here, but we can use qualifying for that. That's what qualifying's for. So have a look at the cars as they make their way around. So Shiren, there he is, second in the championship. Koi Carp in that Karcher car, it looks absolutely superb. It does, it really is nice looking. Now we're going into qualifying. There's the championship leader, Homesick Alien. And he'll be looking for a good qualifier here. Like I said, it's a long lap. It's a very long lap out there. Skyjacker as lobby host usually can get out there first. Oh, he's got to get the paddock and everything as they're making their way out. So yes, let me find Skyjacker because he'll be first on track. He's getting some whack camera angles today as they make their way around on the outlap. Skyjacker looks to be first on track, followed by Homesick Alien. By the time they get past a sector, it'll straighten up the running order. So there's the championship leader. Koi Carp, we were looking just before qualifying in the Karcher. Renault is looking great. I'm probably saying that wrong. I don't know what they sell. So here we go. I think they've gone through a sector now, so we can see who's where. So Skyjacker has led them out for this 10-minute qualifying. And like I said, it looked like a 3-minute 40 lap time. Oh, Skyjacker just scooping up the Megane around the corner there. It looked like that back end just wanted to tail away. And Skyjacker wrestling with his Renault at the moment, keeping her in line as Homesick Alien behind him, saying he's going to grab a tow. Shiren third on track. Then we have Jokas in the sexy Alpine. I remember liking that last week. That is one cracking little livery. Web Smurfer, our American friend out there, looking to get some good results today. And these Renaults, they do look nice, don't they? They just look nice and compact, steady in the corners, a bit slidey. I haven't checked out the tyres. I believe they would all. Oh, there you go, Catula, our Spanish friend, starting with the racing mediums. He's going to qualify and get the medium run out the way early doors. Guesty on the softs there. And he's got Noxie, who's on fire at the moment, just right in his toe. Some of these still on their outlap. I thought we'd started. No, we haven't. So yeah, Noxie. There's Coy. The Baz. Talleyrand, naughty boy. He's been a naughty boy. He was caught out, actually. In all fairness, I should put his argument forward. He was caught out at the beginning of the race. The gap in between races, he had to do something. Person, family. He was saying goodnight to the kids or something. I don't know. I'm making that up. It was something to do with that. And he just didn't have time to change the tyres on his car. By the time he got back, I think he was on the grid, and that's a hustle. So he just didn't have time. He wasn't trying to bend or break any rules. It's just when he was leading the race, I suppose, he thought to himself, hey, I'll take the glory now, and then I'll lose the 30 seconds that I would have lost in a pit stop later. And Skyjacker doesn't get to see his car on the picture at the end. I wonder how he's going to get the credits off him, though. He won credits for that win. GT Sport gave him credits. He owes credits to Skyjacker. How do they get those credits over? Ensign Newitt in the Red Dwarf livery out there. And like I said, having a good, steady championship at the moment, right in the middle of it all. 5th place. Chasing down Noxie, who really, Noxie's on fire. I mean, it's a tough one. A tough one to try and catch up with Noxie, 52 points, and Ensign Newitt on 38 points, with Guesty on 38 points. So Ensign Newitt really has to be keeping an eye out for Sir Guesty, because Guesty just coming off of winning a championship as well. Oh, no spoilers, sorry. He may have not have. How long do you have to leave it? He had a good night Tuesday night, but I'm not letting anything out of the bag. So Guesty, buoyant at the moment. But he did get hit by the Belgian Bullet last week. Hit him so hard, he went beyond the Shadow Realm. Came out the other end of the PlayStation. And could not finish the race. So, Guesty, you've got to watch out. Got to watch out for that Belgian Bullet. In turn 1. Oh, he was so good. He was so good. You gotta feel bad for him. It happens. He was in the toe. I think he was on harder tyres, I'm not sure, but he just got... The braking just didn't happen. He put his foot down and the car didn't stop. And it was just destination Guesty. Poor Baz. I feel bad for him. And Skyjacker, that's why I don't race, because it happens to me way too often. So Skyjacker out there leading the pack in qualifying. He's done his outlap, and look, we're already over 5 minutes into the session, so they're going to literally get 2 flying laps here, so they can't make a mistake. They cannot afford to make a mistake. This first one, it's like a banker. They've got to get it in and make sure it's clean. Like Jokers is going past people. Webb Smurfy, them two, not really meant to race on the qualifying lap. It looks like them two are side by side, really interrupting them. We haven't got many laps. They really should organise it. But yeah, it looks like Webb Smurf has found himself faster than Jokers. He's come across Jokers, and really he should try and back off. But I think Catula's too close, and Jokers he can ask the stewards to check that out. It's not really allowed, but we didn't see what started that. If Joker's made a mistake, then I suppose he really should have probably just let Webb Smurfer go and not interrupt his lap. But like I said, we didn't see how they come across each other, and they're still going at it. Come on, boys. Come on, boys. This is qualifying. The race is going to happen in less than 3 minutes. Just stay chilled. Yeah. So, in the chat, I'll just grab my glasses. In the chat, Ensign Hewitt said hi, and Skyjack said, Baz, no like bullet. Oh, sorry, Baz, I won't use it again. Just a jest, come on. So, Skyjacker. Oh, Skyjacker's out on the medium tyres, I've just noticed that. feel bad. I didn't read the. I didn't know Baz wasn't keen on the nickname. It's not going to stick. I was only going to use a little bit. But Skyjacker on the medium tyres. He's just nowhere near the line. It's a long. Oh yeah, he is. There you go. So there you go. 348 to Webb Smurfer. Okay, it's a purple with a 344. Joker's a 350. Oh, yeah, up, it's all moving. Guesty goes fast with a 359. 0.6 off of the American. Catula, 2.7 seconds, but third fastest. Talleyrand's just dipped it in that little gap there. These will be the softs versus the mediums, I imagine. It's hard to keep track of. So Webb Smurfer, fastest man so far. He is on the racing soft. Guesty is on the racing softs. Talleyrand, he's on the racing mediums. He's put it in there in third place. That is impressive stuff from the boss. Catula also on those medium tyres in fourth, and the times are quite spacious. Oh, he's come across Jokers on his lap. They only get the 2 laps, really. No one's going to get across that line in a minute. So, oh, Jokers. Skyjacker has also gone for mediums in the qualifying. And I suppose it's a bright move, because anything a lap this long, a lot can go wrong for other people. So if you just have a steady lap on those mediums, you don't have to do a killer lap. I mean, Webb Smurfer's done a killer lap on those softs, but you don't have to do a killer lap on the mediums. You can just get round without a mistake and probably do a competitive time. Guesty then, 0.6. He's also on it. Talleyrand great there on the mediums with a 345.9. Catula also on the mediums, a 47.7. Skyjacker on those mediums, a 48.5. Jokus, a 350.8. He's getting Guesty's way a little bit now. It's a bit of a struggle for Jokus out there. Ensign Hewitt, he's on the mediums as well. He's down there in 7th. The Baz on the mediums in 8th. Koikarp 9th, also on the mediums, but he looks like he's bailed on this lap. And so 9th is the best he can hope for. Sharon, 10th fastest. Second man in the table. He's on the racing softs as well, but he's going a lot faster now. He's 15 seconds off of pole, and he looked like he was 9 seconds. He's had a little touch with the barrier. He's got the Alien. The Alien's quite far down as well, I've just noticed. Homesick Alien's first lap wasn't killer, but he's on the mediums. He's come across Sharon, who's had a knock with the barrier, and oh my word, drama here as the timer has run out. They've got 4 more minutes to get to the line. Homesick Alien is 15 seconds up. Webb Smurfer, has he put another lap in? No, not yet. Who's first on track? Skyjacker still. See if Skyjacker is improving. 4 seconds off a pole, but he is on a slower set of tyres. Ooh, playing dare with the grass there at St. Croix for round 3 of the Renault Megane Trophy Series. And Skyjacker at the moment trying to he could get ahead of Cthulhu and the boss. That'd be his aim with the medium tyres, I imagine, but everyone looks like they're going a little faster than they did that first lap. Oh, Guesty's still stuck up there behind Jokus. And he'll be getting frustrated. He's second fastest though, which is in his favour. A good 0.8 ahead of Talleyrand. This is going to be one of those last minutes. So Skyjack has gone across the line, and he's gone 5th fastest. Webb Smurfer, he's crossed the line. He went faster again to keep that pole. Guesty, Jokus went faster. He's gone 6th. Yeah, we'll just do a quick run through. Oh my lord, they're all coming in. Homesick Alien went 7th fastest in the end. So quick run through, here we go. Webb Smurfer is the pole. Guesty in 2nd. Talleyrand looks finished in 3rd. Cthulhu is 4th. Skyjacker 5th. Jokus is 6th. Noxie 7th. Ensign Hewitt 7th, sorry. He's just popped it in 7th. Noxie 8th. Homesick Alien 9th. Oh my. Barry Twins 10th. Sharon 11th. Koikart 12th. Turtle 13th. Looks like Turtle's still on a run. Now Koi we saw paused. He's not on a run there. And I'm not sure with Turtle. He's not too far away. But he's on the super softs, which is allowed. So he'll be starting the race on super softs. And here he comes towards the line. Can he? He's 9 seconds off Koikarp's time. Koikarp didn't go for a second lap. He does go faster and he goes ahead of Koikarp. So Turtle gaining a position right at the end there, right at the last. Mama Homesick in the chat saying, evening thingy, all good? All's good. My pizza's in front of me. We're going to try and get over the first couple of corners and then have some quiet time where you can watch the cars. So Webb Smurfer, great qualifying from Webb Smurfer there. On pole with Guesty in second. That's pants. That's the best shot. No, there you go. That's not bad. Can't see the lights though, I'm afraid. 30 minutes and it's go, go, go here for round 3 of the Renault Megane trophy. And Guesty off to a great start, gains the lead of the race. Talleyrand tucked right in there. Webb Smurfer losing 2 spots off the grid. And Guesty Talleyrand around the outside. Can he do it? No, he can't. He had a little wobble on. And Guesty leads this race ahead of Talleyrand with Skyjacker in 3rd spot. Skyjacker having a great start on those medium tyres. Webb Smurfer slipping down into 4th. Joker's having a great start in 5th. Cotula in 6th. He's dropped, I believe. Nenson Ewart dropped a little 7th. Sharon in 8th. Noxie in 9th. Barry Twins in 10th. Koikarp, no. Barry Twins 11th. Homesick Alien just slipping one by. It's a bit of a bundle down here. You can see Jokers trying to stay out of the way of everyone. I think Jokers had made a small mistake there and he's slipping down the pack. So Guesty is leading. Talleyrand's got himself in second, but he's got Webb Smurfer now, who is the fastest man from qualifying. Back on pace again, where Talleyrand on those medium tyres. And if Guesty can get away, and Talleyrand is a big enough wedge on those medium tyres, this one will really play into Guesty's hands. He can pull away. This is like a gift after last week, who we shall not mention. Talleyrand then second. Webb Smurfer though, nothing's going to hold this boy back. He's on the racing softs, he's got more grip, he's going to find a way by, but it's costing him early doors. And there's Skyjacker having a think about it up the inside. Oh, and Skyjacker, I think, trying to avoid Webb Smurfer, has put himself into a right dilemma there, and he's in the barrier, he's into the next barrier, and he's trying to straighten that Renault up, and he's joined at last place, and he's got to shake his head and get on with it. With Guesty in first, Talleyrand now second, Webb Smurfer third. Sharon, where did he come from? The Russian sensation started from near the back. He's come up into 5th. Cotula there though, just about getting that 4th. We saw Cotula slipping back quite a few. He's come back. And there's Sharon having a look up the inside, but it's not on there. And they are shuffling the deck out there. The positions are changing all over the place. Ensign Ewart now in 6th place with Homesick Alien 7th. Noxie in 8th. Bazza in 9th. Jokers in 10th. 11th for Turtle. Koikarp is 12th. Skyjacker is 13th now. Skyjacker, oh, he's got the medium tyres on. I was going to say, does he kill this race and put his mediums on? But he's got his mediums on. He's just got to plug away at it. Hope there's some some pit stops and some tyres that go off. And Mama Homesick saying yum to my pizza, and she's saying go get them, son. So Guesty at the moment leading. Oh, Webb Smurfer did get by her Talleyrand. I do apologise. Was trying to have a look through the field. I do it for your good. And the mistakes happen. But yes, Webb Smurfer has got himself by Talleyrand, and he's chasing down Guesty as we speak. And what we do not know, obviously from the earlier rounds we've had of this, that the fuel and the tyres, the racing softs, even though they are pretty old and gnarly, by the end of the 30 minutes, they can last. And so can the fuel. but with the nature of the track being it's going ups and it's downs, lots of undulations here at St. Croix, and lots of sweeping corners, how much fuel will they burn? Excuse me. So Guesty leads. Webb Smurfer cannot shake off Talleyrand, who's on those medium tyres. Talleyrand looks poised to make a move on Webb Smurfer. Webb Smurfer maybe looking after his tyres a little bit. It's a long 30 minutes to make those tyres go. And these are long laps, but Talleyrand is keeping a Webb Smurfer in check. Then we have Cheren from the back of the grid virtually up into 4th place. Great driving from the Russian. He's on the racing soft tyres though. He should be able to catch Talleyrand up, but he's got a 3-second chasm between himself and Talleyrand at the moment. Catula keeping an eye very close. He was ahead of Cheren, so Cheren has managed to get by Catula, and there is Homesick Alien in 6th. We saw him near the back, and then the last preview he was around about 8th place as they were going past Jokers, and now he's up to 6th. Ensign Ewer in 7th, just ahead of Noxie. And then the Baz in 9th place. He's on those medium tyres, and he's got Turtle chasing him down on the super softs, and Turtle has got his hands full with Jokers all up in his business. Jokers go for the move up the inside, and it doesn't look like there's anything Turtle can do, and Skyjacker also picks up a position there. Not quite. He's alongside and he is through. And then we've got Koikarp catching up Turtle as well. That was a costly one for Turtle. Found himself on the outside. I don't know, he got a wiggle on, it looked like, and he lost himself a couple of positions there, dicing with Jokers. Where has Jokers gone? So Jokers, there he is, 1.1 seconds behind the Baz. And the Baz is on the medium tyres, sitting duck scenario coming up, with Jokers now finding great pace in his Alpine Renault, and he's really pushing on. Meanwhile, at the pointy end of the pack, Guesty leads by 4.7 seconds. He's pulled out more time on Webb Smurfer, who cannot shake the Talleyrand away. Talleyrand is keeping an eye all the way on Webb Smurfer. We'll just enjoy St. Croix. Sat on board with Talleyrand, sitting in 3rd place. He's on the racing medium tyres. They're out of the way in the first race. It looks like he could pick up a podium, because Cheren is not gaining, even though he's on the softer tyre, and these softer tyres are going to go away. So Webb Smurfer, and I think Webb Smurfer is a pad user as well, if I'm very much mistaken, and so the pads do, the game pads do use the tyres up a little bit more than the wheel users. There is Talleyrand, he got a bit of a toe, and Webb Smurfer's gone to the inside to be defensive. Talleyrand just sticking his nose around the outside, thinks better of it, tucks in behind, thinks there's other corners to come yet. Miladio, and oh yes, Talleyrand there, a master of his craft, looking for a spot. He's on the slower tyre, remember, ladies and gentlemen. This is absolutely fantastic control in the Renault Megane, pushing those tyres. He's got nowhere near the grip that Webb Smurfer has probably got at the moment, and he really is. I am impressed, I must say. It's not lip service, I promise. It really is extraordinary how he's keeping up with Webb Smurfer on those medium tyres. Let's reflect. Right in the distance, it looks like Catula has got himself by Cheren, and oh my, Cheren on those softer tyres, qualifying. It didn't look like he had the pace of the front runners. He's got himself up into a great position, but Catula on those medium tyre, maybe the medium tyre is the better tyre to to choose. Excuse me. I ate that slice too quick. It's stuck right there, right next to my heart. Excuse me. I'm trying to wash it down. Give me a sec. Oh yeah. So Catula is up into 4th place. What an absolute cracker of a move he probably pulled that we did not see. That's why I didn't want to pull away from Talleyrand and Webb Smurfer. And now I want to go back and have a look at those two. But there's a lovely little battle here between Shiren and Catula, the Russian sensation, against the Spanish Speedfest. Underlay, arriba. Oh, it looked like, who's the yellow car, Noxie? It looked like it was Homesick. It looked like he was heading towards the barrier there. Noxie getting himself up into 6th place. Noxie has been having an absolute banger of a series in the Renault Meganes. He really has. And the racing stops. Oh, sorry, commentator's curse hitting Noxie round the face with an absolute sucker punch. I apologise, Noxie. I won't say anything good about you for the rest of the race, I promise. But he's doing all right. Homesick Alien, championship leader, down in 7th. He has got the medium run out the way, and the grid will be reversed. So if he is even with a reverse grid, he's bang in the middle. It's not helping him. But there is a lot of guys out there that will be on medium tyres in the second race at some point. Homesick Alien grabbing a beautiful toe off of Noxie, but it's just not enough. It's not enough to gain the position. He's just going to have to hustle Noxie and try and get him to make a mistake. And it's so tantalising for Noxie and Homesick Alien, because just ahead of him, you can see that battle between Shiren and Jokas. And just behind Homesick, Homesick's found a gap. Has he found a gap? Noxie's made a small mistake there. Oh, and I think Homesick just give him a little nudge to help him through. And this is the move. Homesick Alien's got it around the outside. Oh, my word, as they come up to the hill, has Noxie got the inside line on Homesick Alien? No, Homesick Alien has completely sent it. He licked that one. He stamped it, and now he sent it. Beautiful stuff from the Alien up into 6th place. Noxie slipped to 7th. You can see the red on those racing soft tyres. And Ensign, you can see a few of them struggling with that final chicane as well. Ensign Newitt cutting it a little bit there. Skyjacker up ahead of, and Bazza's making a move on the Jokers. And that's Bazza. Is this, are we seeing the decay of the racing soft tyres? We're only 11, 12 minutes into the race, and it looks like the racing soft tyres seems to be struggling somewhat. Koikart 10 seconds off that battle. He must have had some issues, and so has our man Turtle. Oh no, he's pitted. He's getting rid of the mediums. We saw him make that small mistake and lose about 4 places, and possibly he's decided, do you know what, I'm just gonna do away with this race, write it off, and then be fighting fit for the next race. Guesty, meanwhile, leads by 7 seconds. He must be pinching himself. He's like thinking, where is it? Where are they? Webb Smurfer still keeping it ahead of Talleyrand, but Webb Smurfer's tyres will be starting to decay now. They will be going away from him. He is going to be struggling for grip any time soon, and then the medium tyre will be the prime tyre to be on. And that changeover is imminent. Catula then still ahead of Shiren. Shiren dogging Catula for all he's worth there, and this is helping Homesick Alien out, who's closing in on them. He's only 2.2 seconds away, and yes, Homesick Alien could also be involved in this situation pretty soon. It's a really nice track. I've got to say, I really do like this racing track, Saint Croix. I don't think I've tried it on GT7. I really should drag my wheel out and see what it looks like on GT7, because it's always been a little favourite of mine. I don't usually go hot on the pretend race tracks, but I do like St. Croix. Well, I like Dragon's Trail as well. And there we go. Shiren closes right up to Cutula, and there could be a move on now. We've sat on board waiting for this moment, and Shiren is as close as he could possibly get. Is he going to go up the inside, staying where he is? It's a long straight. And I don't know what's happened, but Cutula just found out maybe a bump draft. Maybe Shiren is trying to bump draft Cutula up towards the lead. I mean, we're only getting halfway through, and Shiren is close to half a tank of fuel. So maybe Shiren's thinking of that fuel tank. But yeah, that looked close, but I think he gave him a bit of a bump draft and lifted. So Shiren possibly looking after his car at this point in the race, hoping that the guys ahead of him don't look after their cars as well. But he is all up in Cutula's business right now. Cutula seems to be struggling to hold on ahead of Shiren. This is a very exciting race. Let's have a quick rundown, then see how everyone else is up to, what they're doing. So Guesty is leading by 6.5 seconds. That means Webb Smurf has pulled a little bit back on Guesty, because it was up to about 7 seconds. Webb Smurfer dead on half a tank, but we're at the halfway mark, so the fuel should not be an issue for these guys. Talleyrand has dropped a little bit away from Webb Smurfer, but only by a second or so. Still in the shout when their tyres go away. 8 seconds away from Guesty, only 1.7 seconds away from Webb Smurfer. He is poised for a great finish here. Cthulhu, also on those racing medium tyres. He's been dragging Shiren along for a while now. Shiren, he seems to have the toe. Ooh, he's having a look this time. Is he going to late break it into the corner? And Shiren, he's been threatening it for a lap or two, and he finally pulled the trigger on that bad boy. And now Shiren up into fourth ahead of Cthulhu, and Homesick Alien only a second behind that battle. That is tasty. So Cthulhu, not only is he going to try and fight that position ahead of him, he's also going to have to try and defend. They were out wide there. Wow, they were playing risk with the barrier. Both Shiren and Cthulhu out extremely wide on the curb in that corner, and that barrier comes across you rather quick, and Cthulhu really doesn't want to lose that position. He really is fighting Shiren for the spot back, and we've got a lovely three-way battle down here with the Renaults and Homesick Alien. He's just trying to pick a side. Which side should I overtake these two at? Championship leader just about to flex and show us why he is the championship leader. He's on racing mediums, Cthulhu on racing mediums, Shiren is on the racing softs. We're looking at 4th, 5th and 6th, battling it out here. Shiren second in the championship, only a couple of points behind the Alien, 3 points behind the Alien. They're poised to score more than him at the moment. Cthulhu goes past in the toe of Shiren. Shiren drops behind Cthulhu. Nothing you can do. He thought over the bridge. He's just going to have to suck that one. And it looks like he's lost time on Cthulhu. Cthulhu pulling away a little bit, and Homesick Alien closing that gap. And here we go. These two fighting out the championship already. Down in 5th and 6th. Noxie in 7th. He's 4.7 seconds behind the Alien. Skyjacker on a great comeback on those medium tyres. It's dead last after he tried to avoid, I think it was Shiren. I think him and Shiren went into a corner, and I think he just tried to stay out of the way. Or Noxie, I can't remember. But there was someone, and he tried to get out of it, and I think he knocked the barrier, and then knocked another barrier, and was pot last. And now look at him, up to 8th. So he's made some positions up, and he's not too far behind Noxie. Noxie on those racing softs, he'll be feeling the grip slipping away from him, and Skyjacker's tyres just starting to come into their own. Ensign Ewart in 9th. We saw him up to 7th at one point, slipping back on those racing medium tyres. Jokus on fire down there in 10th. We've seen him battling away. The Baz in 11th, just ahead of Coy. No, Coy's dropped back somewhat. And Turtle also. I don't know if Baz has made a bit of a mistake there. He's lost a bit of time that last lap because he was ahead of Jokus. We saw him pull a great move on Jokus. But yeah, it looks like he's dropped a little bit of time that last time around as Jokus goes faster. And he's got Ensign Ewart in his sights. That says 3 seconds, but it really didn't look that far on track. I could see Ensign Ewart just ahead. The time says the timer says it's 3 seconds difference. No, Jokus going in with the soft tyre, possibly putting the medium tyre on. That'll alter things down at the further end of the pack. So Guesty 8.5 seconds. Webb Smurfer losing a shed load of time there. I think he's starting to struggle on those racing softs. Talleyrand poised to get second place. His mediums look fresh, bruv. And he's gone and he's through. And Talleyrand now in second place. Can Guesty's tyres hang on for the final 10 minutes of this race? They're not looking too bad on Guesty's tyres. He's looked after them, but he's had a steady run out the front there. He's not had anyone pushing him. It's been a straightforward one for Guesty. He was only racing himself, really, not to make a mistake. Talleyrand gets ahead of Webb Smurfer. He played the patient game. He knew he's on the medium tyres. And Webb Smurfer's soft tyres starting to go away from him, but he's clinging on to the back of Talleyrand. Homesick Alien's up to 4th. He's managed to get himself ahead of both Shiren and Katula. I said he had the balls to do it, and that's what he was eyeing up. And I imagine there was a great sort of tussle between Shiren and Katula, and Homesick Alien just swept in there on his medium tyres and made a great move in my mind. But we'll only have to imagine it, because all we've got facts is Homesick was in 6th. We watched him for ages. He waited until I went to have a quick look somewhere else, and then he made the move up into 4th place. But Katula's not making it easy for him. These Renaults look lovely when they change direction, downhill, sweeping through these beautiful corners at Sequoia for round 7. No, round 7, round 3. Round 3? I can't remember. I bet you I put the wrong round in. I wasn't paying attention at the beginning. Yeah, round 3, but I don't know if I've called YouTube round 3. Do you know what I did? I did that. Everything was such a rush as I clambered home from work. I wasn't thinking. I went into robot mode. Well, Homesick Alien, he's not in robot mode at the moment. He's on his toes because Katula is keeping him nimble, sitting right there on his Ajaxi, and Homesick Alien cannot shake off Cthulhu as he goes for the move along that straight. They get a great tow along there. Some beautiful overtaking. And now Katula up ahead of Homesick Alien. And Shiren also having a cheeky look up the inside there of Homesick Alien. But Homesick Alien holds position. And Shiren very interested in that spot. But Homesick Alien just about stayed ahead. And now the order is Katula in. Oh, yeah, we knew Talleyrand's got ahead of Webb Smurfer. Sorry, we knew that. But Talleyrand pulling a little bit of ground away from Webb Smurfer, but Webb Smurfer staying with him. And I don't think Katula, Homesick or Shiren will have a chance in this race of catching up Webb Smurfer. Seems to be keeping them tyres just enough alive. And there's a good 13-second gap between himself and Katula, who is racing hard with Homesick Alien and Shiren. Next down the road is Noxie, who's keeping Skyjacker at bay. Skyjacker closing in on those medium tyres. Noxie's soft tyres looking rather healthy, I must say. I am impressed with how Noxie has kept those tyres in order throughout this race. Skyjacker in 8th, he wouldn't be as impressed. He probably would have liked Noxie to use his tyres a little more. They've both crossed the line. Noxie doing a 49.030, faster than he's gone in the race so far, so proof that his tyres have still got plenty of grip. Skyjacker did a 49.2. but he has closed up. He's getting a tow now. He must be. He's 5/10 behind Noxie, so he'll be getting a good tow down this straight. And there is a beautiful battle just ahead of these two, with Shiren, Homesick Alien, and Cthulhu. There's battles up and down. It's hard to choose what to watch. Oh, did Noxie make a mistake there? I looked down at the keyboard, but it looked like Noxie made a mistake there, and Skyjacker is through. So Skyjacker up into 7th spot, Noxie down into 8th. And sorry, I praised you again, Noxie. It's my fault. I did that. Ensign Ewart in 9th. His racing medium tyres just about holding on there. He's 4 seconds off of the Noxie Skyjacker battle. 23 seconds ahead of Jokus, who's 7 seconds ahead of Bazza. So Jokus lost a bit of time as well, and given Bazza half an opportunity here. Quick up. He's ahead of Turtle, who's gone in. Does that class? He must have done a run-in on the mediums, but he's gone in. He's just checked off those mediums. Guesty out there in the lead at the moment, 9.3 seconds. Doesn't look like Talleyrand's going to be a threat in the next 5 minutes and whatever it is to cross the line. I mean, it's not, if they cross the line with only a second to go, that's another 3 minutes, nearly 4 minutes on top of the race. It is round 3, you are right. Thank you, Pat. I wouldn't know I was here if I didn't have my head screwed on. So Talleyrand then, he's reeling out those blues though. He's getting faster and faster. And Guesty, who's got the fastest lap so far, with a 3:44.5, he's holding ground ahead of Talleyrand. That gap's not getting any smaller. Webb Smurfer slipping away from Talleyrand as his tyres go. He's got 12 seconds. Homesick Alien's lost Shiren, and we've lost Cthulhu altogether. Oh my word. There's been drama. There's been drama. We're not going to see it. We'll give it a go, but yeah, it's already happened, whatever happened. Some sort of drama that's put Cthulhu down into 8th place. Homesick Alien has closed the gap by 2 seconds, I think, to Webb Smurfer. I'm not sure, though. Shiren, 4.7 seconds behind the Alien. These were all together. Skyjacker and Noxie both getting ahead of Cthulhu, and they're in the battle, really, aren't they? They're only 2.2 seconds behind Shiren. Shiren's tyres are still there, but for how much longer can they be there? And Skyjacker's medium tyres, oh, look at them, they're just coming along behind. And Noxie, he's not letting Skyjacker have it his own way. Noxie coming on the attack. And this is a tantalising race up and down the field. Oh, and there goes Noxie having a look up the inside of Skyjacker. Skyjacker, as much as he's pushing, Noxie's gone into the pits. How peculiar. He's going to get the mediums out of the way in the last 3 minutes of this race and start from near the front of the grid in the next race. So he's robbing Peter to pay Paul at the moment. Excuse me. I coughed away from the mic, but the mic moves with me. Guessed he's lost a big bunch of time on Talleyrand there. It was 9 seconds. It's down to 6 seconds. 2.5 minutes to go in this race. They're quite early in the lap, aren't they? This might be their final lap. I think the timer will run out before they get back to the line. And Guesty has lost 3 seconds on Talleyrand. And this might be tighter than we actually thought. Webb Smurfer slipping further back. And Homesick Alien gaining a second on Webb Smurfer. But like I said, I believe this is going to be the final lap of the race. So it's got to be done in this lap. Shiren now being caught by Skyjacker. Who else was in there? Noxie. Oh, Noxie pitted, didn't he? Yes. We'll have a look at Noxie in a minute. I'm guessing he's put some medium tyres on to get that out of the way and give himself a bit more of a fight for the next race. So Skyjacker up to 6th. Skyjacker, yeah, it's the last lap. That fuel will be fine. And will Shiren be fine, though? Because it's only a second between Skyjacker and Shiren. And you've got to say that's a great comeback from Skyjacker, who was right at the back on the first lap. Catula in 7th. He had some sort of drama along the way. He was looking at a good 4th place, or the opportunity for 4th place, but he's finishing 7th. Ensign Ewart gains from Noxie pitting up to 8th place. There's Noxie onto the medium tyres, 7.5 seconds behind Ensign Ewart, who's on an old set of mediums. But like I said, final lap might catch him. I'm not sure. I mean, it depends on how much Ensign Ewart's losing. But I wouldn't hang around if I was Ensign Ewart, because Noxie's on a fresh set of mediums and he's on it. And Jokus in 10th, great run, and oh, he must have pitted. No, he didn't start on the Super Softs, did he? I'm not sure. I can't remember him starting on the Super Softs, but he's on the Super Softs now, unless he pitted on the first lap. The Baz, 3.5 seconds. So the Baz, he was 14-second gap between himself and Jokus. He's closed that gap right up with those medium tyres. And Koikar, he's got the mediums out of the way, and him and Turtle will be starting near the front for the next race. Now let's have a look again at Noxie. 6 seconds now. I think Noxie's going to be all. I think Ensign Ewart's going to be all right here. And there we go. It was 6 seconds. It's down to 5 seconds, but they're only a few corners away. The timer runs out now, and yeah, they're only. There's a short. Well, they're in. This is it. This is the start straight. I think he's just coming around the final corner, and Guesty takes a win in round 3 for the first race. Great drive from Guesty. Kept it absolutely pristine. Great win. Talleyrand grabs himself a super second place there on the medium tyres. Take a boo, Web Smurfer on the podium. Great drive under a lot of pressure for a lot of the race. Homesick Alien, what a drive, what a comeback there to get 4th place. Looked like this race was lost for him, and his championship challenge is still on. Shiren grabs himself 5th place, trying to shake a bit of that fuel. And the Skyjacker close, but no cigar, got 6th from Shiren. Catula comes home in 7th. Ensign Ewart does maintain that gap between him and Noxie and comes home in 8th place. Great stuff. I salute you, Ensign. With a couple of rotations of the wrist and then a salute. Well done. Noxie gets a great 9th place, and he gets the mediums out of the way. He starts 3rd or 4th for the next race. Great spot for Noxie there. Jokus comes home in 10th. He's on the Super Softs. I have a suspicion he's changed tyres in that race, but his times don't look like he's pitted. But Jokus gets 10th, and if he did Super Softs that whole race, he hardly used them. They're great. Bazza comes home in 11th. He's got the mediums out of the way. And Koikar comes home in 12th. He also has the mediums out of the way, and I think we're going to have to hang around a little bit because Turtle's in the pits. And the timer's got 3 minutes on it, so we'll have a little chinwag, see how we're all doing. I stopped for petrol on the way home, so it's just smelt of diesel all the way through. And there goes Koikar across the line, 12th. I think there was a mistake on lap 5, and maybe or he pit stop on lap 5. I'm not sure. But Guesty today was the man. Qualified 2nd, beat Web Smurfer off the line. He never looked back after that. He just went. He rabbited. Great drive from Guesty. Great win. Talleyrand, amazing drive. He's got the mediums out of the way, but he's starting at the back of the grid. And Web Smurfer, he'll be on the mediums probably in the next race, as will Guesty. Homesick Alien starting on the softs. Like Talleyrand, they'll be trying to fight their way through. Shiren probably starting on the mediums. Skyjacker's got their mediums out of the way as well. Catula also out, hasn't got the mediums. Ensign Ewart hasn't got to use the mediums, nor does Noxie. Jokus, I'm not sure, because I think he's starting on a different set of tyres. The Baz has got the mediums out of the way. Koikarp's got the mediums out of the way. And Turtle, I think he did do, they definitely read those mediums, so he did running on the mediums, and he's got the mediums out of the way, I think. But we're waiting for the time. Oh, so yeah, we've got 1 minute and 20 seconds to kill. The smoker's already outside, and I have to wait. This is atrocious. I demand better rights. I'm going to strike if they're not careful. And then in the chat, we've got Koikart saying, I don't know this track. I love this track. And Ensign Hewitt saying, never raced this layout before. Pat saying, Jokers did pit, started on racing softs. So he started on racing, he could have got his racing mediums out of the way. Skyjack saying, P6 after a caca opening lap isn't too bad again. Too many recovery drives this season already. And Skyjack saying, I'm waiting also, bud. Come on, Turtle, you only have to drive out the pits, it'll probably stop. So, yeah. No, it was a great drive, Skyjacker. I said during the race, what a great drive to come back. And you nearly got Shiren. You were there, right on his bumper near the end. Shiren, he's been clinging on this race, racing with Cthulhu, some amazing racing with Cthulhu and Homesick Alien, and then at the end there with Skyjacker. Shiren definitely earning his points, and he has finished behind that championship leader. That's another point distance between them. But hey, we haven't counted Guesty's points. Neither of them two might be at the top of this championship come the end of this round after that drive by Guesty. There you go, the time has run out. We are now looking at Guesty with his trophy and his coral, or his wreath. I think wreaths are funerals, corals are for good things. So, but they are the same thing. It's a ring of flowers. Makes no sense, does it? So yeah, let's go to your race results, because that's how we do it. We'll have a quick look in the chat at Skyjack saying pesky Russian, and the Baz saying, what's this I hear about a bullet thingy? Nothing, didn't say a word, man. Wouldn't dream of it. I respect you too much, Baz, to go down that route. It's cheap and it's nasty, and I wouldn't do it. That's the warm beverage gone. Right then, so Guesty took the win ahead of Talleyrand. Talleyrand had an amazing drive today with those medium tyres, staying with Webb Smurfer, and then in the end, optimising his medium tyres against the soft tyre, the dying soft tyre, and gaining that second place. Back with a bang after he's penalised, and he was penalised. And Webb Smurfer finishing off the podium. Take a little sip of that champers, eh? If you're over 21 though, Webb. If you're under 21, you put that champers down. You pick the lemonade up, and the bong. Homesick Alien in fourth place. Great drive from Homesick Shiren, because they were quite far back. Skyjacker had to drive for a comeback of comebacks to get himself sixth, and he nearly got Shiren at the end there. And then Cthulhu 7th had a disaster somewhere just off of our screen, and he was in that battle with Shiren and Homesick and somehow slipped back. Ensign Hewitt, solid drive to 8th. Noxie 9th, opting to go for a tactical medium tyre near the end. He was a guaranteed 7th. He's lost 2 positions. Will he wish he hadn't done that? We'll see in this next race if the gamble pays off. Jokers in 10th, with Bazza coming home in 11th, Koikart 12th, and Turtle in 13th. That grid will be reversed for the next 30-minute race, which will be happening in 10-ish minutes. 10-ish minutes. And Koikart saying, great drive from Skyjacker. So, I'm going to give you guys a little ear break from me whilst I go, and I think he would have writ it 9 o'clock. So yeah, we've got less than 9 minutes. We've got 9 minutes. You guys go and look at the beautiful cars. Is there anyone going around? Shiren. You have a look at Shiren. He's going to be a threat in the next race. They're all going to be a threat. And I shall return pretty soon. See you soon. Yeah, all right then. Yeah, cheers for that then, Boris. Yeah, you did a bit of a crap job. You gave it your best go, though. See you later, all right? Yeah, I've got to get back to the stream, all right? See you, mate. Right then, here we go. On to race 2. I was just saying bye to my mate Boris. He's off ski. Right then, we are being asked if we're ready for race 2. The first R is up. Oh, Cthulhu, you're breaking my heart, man. What's wrong with you? Get on the same page here. Yes, bring me those R's. Yes, the force is strong. Yes, the dark side. I feel it flowing through the Megane. Come on, some more R's here. I want to see your R's, baby. I want to see your R's. Okay, right, I'll put my glasses on, we'll check the chat. Check the chat before the race starts. It's a reverse grid of that first race. It's 30 minutes, and the same rules all apply. They can use the super softs once, and they can use the mediums. They have to use the mediums once. Those that we haven't seen on mediums, we might see them on this race. And Skyjacker's an arse. So I don't know where that came from. Going to join Cliff on his summer holiday. We're all going on a summer holiday. We're bringing Boris along with us. He brings sunshine wherever he goes. I bet they're going to Europe, but you'll have to take his passport. Might be difficult. Ooh, political. I don't care. They can do whatever they want. Hardly affects me. So, race 2 of round 3 has begun. It's a reverse grid. It's 30 minutes around Cinquar. And, well, if anything by that first race was to go by, it's a jolly good time. We are just about to be Trek 2. There they go then, lined up. Turtle on the front row. I don't think he likes starting on the front row, though. I think he's mentioned it before. He'd rather not. But that is them rules. And Turtle, well, I've got a better view. There we go. So Turtle is leading us away. He's on a set of super softs. He's serious about this. Serious as a heart attack as we wait for the go, and it's a go here at the Virtual Racers Club for race 2, round 3 of the Renault Megane Trophy. And Turtle, textbook start, great getaway. Bazza moving up into second spot, and there's a little tussle down there. Noxie, his gamble is paying off. He's up in the top 3, so far ahead of Jokers. Koikar's dropped a little bit there. Viv is in the bundle, right in the corner. He's got the back ends around, and he's facing the wrong way. That is not what you need right at the beginning of your race, but 30 minutes is a long time to go, and as Skyjacker proved, you can still get it back. And Noxie's going up for that attack on Turtle. Noxie starting on the super softs as well. That is a gamble. Can them super softs go the whole way? We've seen Noxie and Turtle both have used the medium tyre, and now they're side by side going into the corner. It's crazy. Oh, we saw Jokers hit the barrier, and the Bazza in the background hit the barrier there. Oh my lord, it was carnage. And Noxie still fighting for the lead, and he's got the lead there, and he's got it now. Noxie leads from Turtle with Skyjacker up into third spot. What a great drive from Skyjack. It wasn't Bazza that hit the barrier. I apologise. Bazza's there. We will try and find Jokers. Oh, let's have a quick look, see what we can see. So Jokers had Skyjacker really close behind. Bazza was just in front of Jokers as they come around that corner. Looking at Bazza. Oh, no, Jokers. And it was Noxie. No. Who is that at the back? Homesick Alien Gazoom. It was Homesick Alien. That is not what you would expect. And Sharen's had issues as well on his medium tyres behind Koikar. This is not even the race. This is the replay. I can't get rid of the replay. Replay, go away. There it goes. Sorry. Oh, my word. So, Noxie is leading. Oh, we've lost Turtle. Turtle's down to third now, being harassed by the Baz, who I wrongly said went off when it was Homesick Alien, but both cars have got black bits on them, so it's hard to tell them apart. No, that's not right either. I didn't say that. They've got yellow on them. They've both got yellow on them, and no, that doesn't work. They've both got 4 wheels, and it's hard to tell them apart. So Noxie leads the way, 1.2 seconds ahead of Skyjacker, with Turtle 2 seconds adrift of those guys, holding on to third, and the Baz. We know the Turtle and the Baz, they have a lovely, glorious little banter between the two of them, being neighbours, Holland and Belgium, and now they're going to duke it out on track in the Meganes. Baz is on the medium tyre though, Turtle's on the super soft. Baz is going to go for, he's got the toe, and he's going up to the corner, and he's taken third position, but Turtle's going to have the grip in the corner up the inside, and Turtle not quite getting up the inside of the Baz, and the Baz does get out of the corner, but Turtle get more speed coming out of these corners, and will go on the attack of Baz. Webb Smurfer there, he's worked his way up, and he would have started right from the back. He's up to 5th on his medium tyre. Great drive from Webb Smurfer with Catula in tow in 6th, Talleyrand 7th, Jokus there in 8th. We saw he had a bit of a coming together with the barrier, but he's there in 8th. Solid drive so far following Talleyrand. We've got a yellow car. Oh, it's Turtle. Turtle has lost it up the hill. He's trying to straighten her up, but there we go. He's quite low down. He's going to be fighting with Koikarp and Shuren. There you go, as he gets going again. So Noxie leads, Skyjacker leads. Down the straight, that toe is strong. And Skyjacker now edging ahead of Noxie, who's up the inside. Both on the racing softs. Skyjacker skims the barrier and just gets through the corner a lot faster than Noxie, it appears. The Baz in 3rd, solid 3rd. He's got Catula 1.5 seconds behind him on the racing super softs. That's going to hurt him come the end of the race though. Talleyrand close behind. He's gone for mediums again. Did he not do mediums in the first race? But he did so well with them. He's thought, I'm going to give him another go. And he's trying to get a toe off of Catula up along this straight. I think the rules do say you're only allowed to use super softs once, but the mandatory medium tyre you have to use at least once. So I think you can use the mediums as much as you like. For any of you that are thinking, is that a rule? Is that because we know what Talleyrand's like with the rules? But yes, I think you can use the mediums as many times as you like. It's just you've got to use them at least once. It's the super softs you're not allowed to abuse. So Catula has slipped behind Talleyrand as I was busy talking about the rules. We saw Talleyrand got the move done, and now he's chasing the Baz. I think Barry, he's on the mediums as well, so he's not running away from him. Noxie's lost a second as Skyjacker, who inherited that win last week. Now Skyjacker's one to watch in this table for show, because he won last weekend, even though last race. I get so immersed in it, I think this is a race weekend. I think we're doing it for real, man. I'm sorry. What can I do? I get enveloped in it. They're real cars. That's a real track. This has been a race weekend, and this is the race that we're seeing. No, it's Thursday night. I'm shattered from work. I've got to get up in the morning for another day. And my pizza went cold. And that's the reality. But really, in my mind, we're in St. Croix. I'm in a commentary box. This is happening, and I smell a diesel. I can smell diesel. So Skyjacker is leading this race. That's it now. That's going to be the new fad for these sim racers. They're going to go to the petrol station before the race and just dribble a little bit of diesel on there. I think it's my fingers. I have washed them. It's not my fingers. I must have got it on my clothes somehow. When I pulled the wire out, oh, Noxie's having a good look. When I pulled the wire out, the cord or the tube or the hose, when I pulled the hose out, it was a bit greasy feeling, so maybe there was diesel on the hose. And I might have wiped that greasy feeling on my tracky bottoms. So yeah, this is real for me. Go and get yourself some diesel, rub it on your clothes before a race, just for all that authenticity. YouTube's gone weird. I don't know. I think that's my phone's gone weird. Sorry, not YouTube. Yeah, they're still there. So then, Skyjacker fending off Noxie. We saw Noxie having a little nibble. He's on them super softs, remember. Should be faster than the softs, but they will go away. Talleyrand in third. Homesick's up now into fourth. He's got ahead of the Baz. And Web Smurfer's there as well. I can't remember. He was up in fifth, so he's got mixed in this little battle. And Catula as well. We are here. And Ensign Hewitt. What a beautiful little battle down here. Cracking. You can see Guesty and Jokus in the distance there. And Bazza was third. He lost it to Talleyrand. Now Homesick Alien slipped one by. Homesick Alien on the soft tyre, remember though, so that might come back to Barry. Web Smurfer, he's on the mediums. He's having to fight Catula, who's on the super softs. Ensign Hewitt, who's on the softs. And Web Smurfer has got his hands full at the moment, just trying to keep those two behind him. Up ahead, Bazza looking at the Alien. Up the inside is the Alien's going for it. Talleyrand doesn't get. He's being caught by the guys ahead behind him. And Homesick Alien is trying to weave his way through. Not quite. Remember, Homesick Alien's won every round so far, I believe. I don't know. Let me look at the table. Yeah, because this is round 3 and he's won a race in the first 2 rounds. So Homesick Alien would love to keep that record up of managing a win from each race, but so far 6 seconds behind Skyjacker, stuck behind Talleyrand, who's on medium tyres. So Homesick Alien, he cannot linger like we saw with Web Smurfer getting stuck behind Talleyrand, and that's how Guesty managed to pull that lead out so early. And so Homesick Alien does not want to get it caught in the same position as Web Smurfer did in race 1. And Talleyrand is a tough opponent to get by. Noxie now 1.8 seconds behind Skyjacker. Skyjacker's got it dialed in to this track at the moment. He is zoned in, and he's already dropped around, you see, so his points might be good. He's down in 10th in the championship on 27 points, but he missed round 1, so and he's got a win last round. He's getting a win this round. He had a great drive in this first race back to 6th. So Skyjacker a force when the drop scores come in. Noxie, again, great points from Noxie. He did give up he gave up 2 positions in that first race to be in this position for this race. I imagine he fancied the win, but who saw that coming from Skyjacker? He is on fire at the moment. Talleyrand's still got the Alien behind him. Homesick on the faster tyre, possibly just sitting there for a little bit. Bazza now having Catula for company, and Catula is keeping him very close company as they get the pull down the straight. I don't even know where the braking is, and when you sat right close there, he's had to pull out so he can see at least the breaker markers. Where are they? God, there they go. 200, 150, just between 150 and 100. Catula slams on those brakes, and he's got the move done up the inside of the Baz. Under braking there from Catula, great stuff. And now he's going to chase down the Alien, who's only a second ahead of him, who's being held up big time by Talleyrand. And Skyjacker and Noxie managing to run away because Homesick Alien cannot get past the orange, black and a white. Oh, Turtle's gone. That is a real shame. And yeah, Homesick Aliens are really struggling to get past the orange, black and white livery of the VRC Motorsport team. And he's out wide as well, and he's got Catula, remember, chasing him down. He can't make too many mistakes. Meanwhile, Skyjacker has lost a bit of ground to Noxie. Noxie managing to pull back 0.8 of a second come at the end of the lap. And Noxie only a second behind the lead. The win is still on for Noxie. Talleyrand has got a spoiler full of Homesick Alien, and he is desperate to get by because those leaders are going to get away from him. Although it looks like they've got closer. It was up to 6 seconds. So Skyjacker threw away about 3 seconds there, somewhere. I said he was dialed in and he was in the zone, but somewhere along the way, he seems to have dropped a handful of seconds on everyone else. And I don't know where, because He was up. The back end just wants to step out on him on the Megane. So is the style. It's such an aggressive style of driving. Is Skyjacker. He likes to brake really late, sling them in. He probably doesn't, but that's what it looks like. The way that back end reacts, it's like he's slung it in last minute. Oh, he's out wide now. He's giving it some. He's giving some away. Noxie on a toe as well. Oh my God, this is it. Noxie closing in on Skyjacker, and it could well all be the lead change coming up. But not quite. Skyjacker's just got enough about him to stay ahead of the Noxie, who is flying in this championship. Talleyrand still keeping Homesick Alien, and now Cthulhu at bay. And Cthulhu on those super softs might catch Homesick Alien out. Oh lordy. The Baz has got Web Smurfer for company. The Baz has gone a little wide there. He's had a little knock with the barrier, and that's given Web Smurfer that position. He says thank you very much, and Ensign Newitt tries to go around, and he does go around as well. And Ensign Newitt now up into 7th after Bazza had a little meeting with the barrier. And he's on the medium tyres, so he's suffering from a lack of grip as Ensign Newitt tries to pull a move on Web Smurfer. We saw Web Smurfer and Ensign Newitt have a cracking race on Tuesday evening, and they're at it again. These two, both controller users, seem to find each other on track, and it's glorious to see. But that helps the Baz with these two racing each other. Barry Twins can stay in there with them, and behind we've got Guesty on those medium tyres, not emulating that pace like he had in the beginning of the start of this round. I mean, in the first race. But it might come good to him. He has left Jokus behind in 10th, who's ahead of Sharon. Sharon really not good. He's not enjoying these medium tyres around here at St. Croix. We might have found Sharon's bogey track here, because he does not. Do you know, I'd go in. You've used the mediums. You're in 11th, 12 seconds ahead of Koikart. And at this point, I'd go in. Put some softs on. Why not? Just go for some lap times. Homesick Alien at the moment is holding on to the lap time behind Talleyrand. He's still managed to get the fastest lap, so maybe he's quite happy to sit there. He's 2.6 seconds. They're getting slower at the front here. Our Skyjacker's tyres going off. We're halfway into this race. Noxie's closing up. Those super softs don't look any worse than the softs. In fact, Skyjacker's racing softs do look a little worse than Noxie's do at this point in the race. And Noxie is really on it, on Skyjacker, and they're dicing for the lead. But they've got a train on their way with Talleyrand's tyres probably just starting to come to life. Homesick Aliens looked after his softs lovely. Cthulhu is on the super softs. He looks like he's barely used them. You got Web Smurfer. He's come back ahead of Ensign, who's dropped behind the Baz. And now Guesty's involved in that battle as well. And Guesty slowly making his way through the pack. Well, not quite. He's still 9th, but he's up against 2. He's gone for the inside. Wow, what a move from Guesty. Oh, poor Bazza on the outside of 3 there. And I'm not sure if there's fingers to point with that one. That's one that you'll have to send to the stewards. Looks like Ensign Newitt is trying to redress, and Baz doesn't want to. Maybe, I'm not sure. It looked like Ensign was trying to give the place back. But they're back up to speed now, and Guesty up into 7th. And wow, 3 wide, and it was just got way too tight there. And Bazza paid the price in the end. But Barry up again against Ensign Newitt into 8th. And I think Guesty might be slowing down as well. Oh, not on my say. Let the stewards decide. Don't do it off my back, because I get the calls wrong every time. No, he's cracking on. And could he catch Web Smurfer up? Web Smurfer on those medium tyres. Guesty's on the medium tyres. He did 347.4 last time around. Web Smurfer a 48.5. So yeah, Guesty's got plenty of time to catch up Web Smurfer and get another good handful of points. Cthulhu keeping an eye on Homesick Alien. Now Homesick Alien, it seems, I think, has gone into defence mode to protect that 4th place from Cthulhu rather than attacking Talleyrand, because Talleyrand's got a bit of breathing space from the Alien, whereas the Alien has no breathing space from Cthulhu. Meanwhile, Skyjacker cannot shake off Noxie. And it looks like Noxie is imminent to take the lead of this race. He's up for it. He's going for it. He's now leading the race, but Skyjacker will have the inside line when it comes to the back end of the bridge. They're on the brakes. Skyjacker on the inside, back into the lead. Noxie follows him through in second, and Talleyrand has gained so much on those guys ahead that Talleyrand might be the one on for the win, with Homesick Alien and Catula in tow. That's the top 5, all in a bunch. Scary stuff. Webb Smurfer seems to be on his own now. Guesty just ahead of the Baz, and Ensign Ewer in the mix as well. Great racing down here for 7th, 8th and 9th position. Jokus just ahead of Shiren. Shiren not enjoying the combo here of the Renault Megane, the medium tyres, and St. Croix. And Koikart we saw with that early spin. It looks like he's had a pit stop, put some racing softs on. Why not? That's what I'd do. At the back there, what's the point of fighting it? So Skyjacker then leads from Noxie. Noxie 2/10, and it's less than a second to Talleyrand. Catula's got himself ahead of Homesick Alien. Catula's going for the move on Talleyrand soon. Wowzers, wowzers, sir. Do you like a little bit of racing with your racing? Blimey, Catula though, he's shaking all over the place. That car wiggling it, and like it's in a 90s rave. And Talleyrand survives again, but there goes Catula again in the corners. It's those super soft tyres against the medium tyres, really helps him close up. Meanwhile, we've got Noxie all up in Skyjacker's business as this battle ensues behind as well. It's remarkable stuff. There is Catula in the tow, going for the move up alongside of Talleyrand. Homesick Alien also gaining a bit of tow. And this is the sight out at the front of Talleyrand. We see Catula appear and up the inside, and he is through. Catula up into 3rd spot as Skyjacker still defending that lead from Noxie. Noxie desperate now as the rest of the pack closes in on him. Noxie needs to get by Skyjacker because he's going to be defenseless from behind, and he's gone for the tow, the move. Skyjacker stays on the inside of the track though, pulling that same old trick where he's got the inside line, and Noxie's out wide, and that's a danger with Talleyrand. Catula battling it out. Homesick Alien. Noxie must have made a mistake. Catula's through. Oh my lord, Catula's sneaking through as Noxie and Talleyrand got into a battle. Oh, and Skyjacker pulls away a second in the lead. Catula now into second. Noxie 3rd. In Homesick Alien now ahead of Talleyrand. Talleyrand losing out to that battle with Noxie. There looked like to be contact between the two, and that's when Catula leapt into action, managed to pull himself off a 2nd place. Noxie still got a podium, but he's got Homesick Alien, the championship leader, all in his business, and that's not good for Shiren as well, being right down at the back, and Homesick Alien doing okay, doing well, getting good points. Talleyrand though, don't count him out. He had an absolute blinder. Come the last 5 minutes of the race, it comes to life with those medium tyres. There's still loads more racing to go here. And Skyjacker, he's lost time to Catula. Skyjacker just doesn't have the pace against these guys behind him. Noxie seemed faster. Catula seems faster. Catula's got the fastest lap. Catula is in his element. Come on, Fernando Alonso! There he goes. Super stuff. He takes no time, no hesitation in making the move. Poor Skyjacker has led this whole race, the whole 21 minutes so far, and he's been under pressure. He's had to fight for it, and Catula just took it away from him like it didn't mean a thing. Oh my word. But Skyjacker has still got some life yet, and he's got on the inside. We saw Catula have a brush with the barrier, and that must have cut down momentum enough, and there's enough room given, and that's beautiful racing between the two. Skyjacker's had to slip back in behind for the tow. Meanwhile, Homesick Alien's up to 3rd. Talleyrand, Noxie's dropped down to 5th. Oh my god, it's not going well for Noxie, but there's still time yet. He's on good tyres. Homesick Alien's really closed up. He might get a win yet. Catula and Skyjacker are side by side along the straight. Homesick Alien's getting a tow. Is he going to sneak one on the both of them? He goes alongside them. Oh my gosh, Catula, Skyjacker leads. Catula's trying to go around the outside. Homesick Alien is sitting in in between the two of them, just behind, and Talleyrand's trying to fend off from a very fast Noxie today. Webb Smurfer is in 6th, Guesty 7th, Ensign Ewer is in 8th place, Barry Twins is 9th, Sharon is 10th, Jokus is in 11th, and Koikarp is in 12th. Catula is leading, Skyjacker, oh my god, I only had a quick look through the bloody field. Skyjacker's out wide, the tyres are going away from him, Catula's now leading, Homesick Alien's up to 2nd, but he's 2 seconds, oh my god, Homesick's backed off to let Skyjacker through. I don't think Skyjacker's trying to come through, I'm not sure what's going on here, but I think Homesick's trying to back off. Skyjacker's not going through, and Talleyrand is on the scene with Noxie, and Catula has pulled out 4 seconds. They've lost 2 seconds. Yeah, I think Homesick's really pulled out of that one. So Talleyrand gains from the confusion between Skyjacker and Homesick Alien. Homesick Alien feeling probably at fault for Skyjacker having an off and trying to redress, and then the rest of the field caught up, and Skyjacker now battling with the Talleyrand. And wow, it's lovely to see those two VRC cars together on track. The colours are glorious. Let's do some fancy shots. And Catula leading this race by 5 seconds. Unbelievable stuff. We've only got 6 more minutes left of racing. Still plenty to go. And there's plenty. Catula could make a mistake. Noxie's still up for it. As we see Skyjacker in 2nd. Talleyrand in 3rd. Noxie coming through though. Watch out. Noxie's still got a surprise or two. Little to and fro from Skyjacker and Talleyrand. That's how Catula got ahead of Noxie and Talleyrand earlier. So Talleyrand now up into 2nd with Skyjacker in 3rd. Homesick Alien right there in 4th, and Noxie in 5th. These 4 inseparable. There's barely anything between them. All vying for position. Talleyrand maintains that 2nd. Homesick Alien is looking for a podium at least. If he can't get the win today, he'd like to see a bit of champers before the end of the day. Talleyrand, a double podium he's looking for today, and he's had a great run. Two places, 2 second places. And Skyjacker, he looked like he was on for the win. It looked definite, but Catula in a class of his own. But let's not talk too soon, because he's on them super soft tyres and they might drop away from him. Talleyrand then definitive 2nd place ahead of Skyjacker, who now is under threat from Homesick Alien. Homesick Alien looking for a way by. Talleyrand trying to break the toe. They all follow him over. Homesick is on the toe and he is looking to get by, or at least give Skyjacker a bit of a nudge closer to Talleyrand. They might play a bit of a team game, help each other out, get closer to Talleyrand. Talleyrand on those medium tyres, but they're probably at a better state at this point than Skyjacker's softs, and Homesick Alien's tyres are still together. Oh, I think Skyjacker get a knock on the barrier, but he might have been helped out by Homesick there, just giving him a push down the road. Noxie's involved as well. He's right there. 4 minutes on the clock. So I guess in the next lap probably will be the final lap of this race. And so far we have Catula leading by 5 seconds. Talleyrand in 2nd. Great drive from Talleyrand. With Skyjacker in 3rd. Looked to be the winner early doors in this race, but I think his tyres are starting to give way for him now. Homesick Alien dogging him all the way in 4th. We've got Noxie in 5th. He was vying for the lead, and then he got sucked into the battle, the 5-way battle. He's got the pace, he's on their tails, and he's looking for a way by, hoping that Homesick and Skyjacker take each other out the way they're racing. They're not racing tough, but you know, they're racing. But they two are very classy drivers, always respectful, always give room. They've gone wide there. Does that help Noxie out at all? Noxie looking for some good points today. And that is a battle royale there between Skyjacker and Homesick. I was trying to make my way through the field as they cross the line. It definitely will be the final lap for these guys. Catula is leading by 4.2 seconds. So Talleyrand has pulled a little bit back on Catula. Does his tyres give way? Are they struggling? we will see as the lap unfolds. Skyjacker has got a Homesick Alien very close, and Noxie is also right in the mix as well there in 5th place. Noxie getting a tow from Skyjacker, but Homesick Alien's alongside Noxie, which means he can't pull out of the tow. And is Homesick Alien going to do it under braking up the inside? Oh my word! Homesick Alien's, I think he had a nudge with Skyjacker, and he's had to save the car, and Noxie is up into 4th, and Homesick Alien possibly struggling with a bit of grip there, as is Skyjacker. And Noxie on them super softs should be struggling with grip, but seems to still have the car underneath him. And Talleyrand pulling away from these guys, and there goes Noxie. Oh, I thought he was getting the move done on Skyjacker there. He's alongside him, but he's on the outside. He's showing that he's just ahead, and yes, the move has been done. And Noxie looking like he's going to get a podium if he keeps it on the straight and narrow. I'm trying not to say too many good things there. He's there nearly 3 wide. What a beautiful shot, but it scared me a little bit. Catula leads this race by 3.7 seconds. This is the final lap. He's just got to stay ahead of Talleyrand, although Talleyrand is approaching at a swift speed. Noxie could be on for a podium, but he's got Skyjacker, Homesick Alien breathing down his neck. Web Smurfer in that 6th place. Guesty never managing to be able to close the gap on Web Smurfer to trouble him, and Guesty comes home in 7th. The Baz in 8th. Great drive from the Baz for 8th in the end, ahead of Shiren in 9th. Ensign Newitt slipped down to 10th. Oh, he pitted and put some softs on. He's nearly 9 seconds behind Shiren. I don't think there's anything he can do in the last minute of this race. Jokus there in 11th, and Koikart, we also know, pitted to put some softs on. 3.9 seconds is the difference between Catula and Talleyrand. They are getting very close to the end of the lap. Noxie still holding on to that podium position. Skyjacker and Homesick Alien battling it out for best of the rest. And at the moment, Homesick Alien just a whisker ahead of Skyjacker as they come down the long straight side by side. What a glorious battle. You can see that Web Smurfer isn't really that far behind. One small mistake and Web Smurfer is in there. The field really close for a 30-minute race. And there you see Homesick trying to hold on to that position around the outside. He does. Puts him on the inside for this corner. And Homesick Alien still 4th for now. A second behind Noxie. And they're bringing it home. They're coming up to the final section of the race. Catula 3.7 seconds ahead of Talleyrand. The fuel is flashing, but it's going to be enough there to get him home and across the line. And it is a Vamos for Cthulhu, emulating his countryman from the weekend. Cthulhu bringing it home for Team Spain. Fantastic stuff. Well done, Cthulhu. Well done, Fernando. Fantastic. Brilliant. Talleyrand, another 2nd place. This man is going to score big this weekend. Homesick Alien looks like he's going to get the podium off of Noxie. Poor Noxie. Oh my word. Homesick Alien goes across the line in 3rd. Take a boo, my son. And Noxie gets 4th. It looks like he had damage. Web Smurfer got 5th from Skyjacker. Skyjacker had damage as well. Oh my god, there must have been a massive coming together between Noxie, Homesick Alien and Talleyrand, I think, and Skyjacker. And Guesty got 6th ahead of Skyjacker. Bazza got 8th. Shiren got 9th. Sorry, I watched people cross the line. Ensign Newitt got 10th. 11th for Jokus as he comes up towards the line. Missed that corner, Jokus. But the car looks good, man. And Jokus crossing the line for 11th. And Koikart just coming around the final corner now. Did not enjoy those medium tyres at the beginning, and that first lap incident right in the middle of the pack, you could just see it coming. There was just too many cars for him to do anything about it, and then he had to just crack on and got 12th in the end. But it's Cthulhu that won, and Skyjacker, who looked like he should have won, he was gonna win, finishing in 7th. But there he is, Fernando. Super stuff, Cthulhu. Great racing. Let me take you to the race results. whilst we ponder over cold pizza and what happened for that podium position. Because they all had damage on their cars. Web Smurfer, I think, did Web Smurfer? No. Maybe not Web Smurfer, but Guesty, no, sorry. Skyjacker definitely had a little bit of wing damage or something flashing on his car. Noxie had something flashing on his car, and so did Homesick Alien. So God knows what happened, but it would have been spectacular, and we were too busy watching Cthulhu win. And what can I say? And Skyjacker said, tyres. Homesick Alien said, can we never do this track again? Lol. And Homesick Alien saying, well done, Guesty and Cthulhu. So yeah, great pair of racers. They say, can we never do this track again? When they watch the broadcast back, they know. They only know what they saw in the race, but what we saw was something magical, and we should do this track more often. So Cthulhu took the win, and he was racing hard today. He did a great job, didn't he? He pulled that beautiful move off early doors up the inside of two battling. Was it Talleyrand and Noxie battling away? And Cthulhu just like a thief up the insides. Beautiful stuff. Talleyrand, great drive again on those medium tyres. He really can make that Megane do the job with a set of mediums, and a solid drive from Talleyrand again. 2 places. You can't say any better. Well, you can win, but he didn't. So that's the best he could hope for. Homesick Alien in 3rd place in the end, getting that final podium. Take a boo, my son. Well done. So he did get to taste champagne, but his win in every round has been broken. I'll have a look at what the next round is and tell you if Homesick's going to win it. Lago Maggiore, that should be Skyjacker and probably Guesty on some of us racing today. But if there's Bathurst, then I reckon Homesick of Brands. So, Suzuka. Oh, is that going to be Suzuka Short? I hope not. I hope it's proper Suzuka. So, Cthulhu won. Talleyrand came 2nd. Homesick Alien came 3rd. Noxie, great drive. Noxie, God, Noxie, we could have won this one, Noxie. I honestly reckon we could have won this one, Nox. Next one, man. Wow, you're knocking on the door, though. You're there. Man. Noxie, come on, my son. Noxie is on the verge of winning one of these rounds. I'm telling you. And Ryan in the chat saying, once I lost the pack, I was done, lol. And Skyjacker said Cthulhu had mixed compound, ? Cthulhu had mixed compound. He had... Oh, what? Did he use super softs in the first round? He raced on super softs, I think. I couldn't believe he made them last. I'm not sure. Did he use mediums in the first round? He might have been on mediums. I'm unsure now. God, it only just happened. Can you imagine? Well, provisionally, Cthulhu's won. I don't know. Did I see Cthulhu in medium tyres? Yeah. Did he not do the first race on mediums? Well, that's one for the stewards anyway. But Cthulhu, for the moment, takes the win. Talleyrand in... Wouldn't that be ironic if Cthulhu got a 60-second penalty? Talleyrand takes the win after losing his win from last week. It's like lining up. 2nd place is the new 1st place. I don't know. The stewards will look into that. It looks like there's a question mark about Cthulhu. Talleyrand come 2nd with Homesick Alien in 3rd. Talleyrand definitely used medium tyres. Homesick Alien came home 3rd. Noxie 4th. Web Smurfer, great drive in 5th. Guesty 6th. Skyjacker 7th. Bazza in 8th. Shiren 9th. Shiren's race not great in the second race with the medium tyres. Ensign Hewitt in 10th. Joker's in 11th. Koikap 12th. And Turtle didn't quite get to the end. Did it class him? He's not on the list. I don't know. I think that means you don't get classified. Talleyrand got the fastest lap on a set of medium tyres with a 3:45.244. And yes, that was round 3. Quick look at the chat. Ryan saying, For this race, it said he had SS in the front and S in the rear. Oh, did he? Can you do that? That's weird. I wasn't looking at his rears. I always just look at the top part of it. And oh, that's strange. And Ensign Hewitt saying Space Corps Directive 3289.1 clearly states never race here again. Yes, Ensign. Or Crichton. Well, I think you'll find, sir, I've took my glasses off. 3289.1 rule is no chicken should be harvested during October or January. Oh, you schmeghead. I mean 3289.2. And Mama Homesick saying, that was really exciting racing. Well done all. Thanks, Thingy. Great comms as usual. Thank you very much. Thank you. It's always good to get good feedback. And if you want to give good feedback, hit that like button, because YouTube gets a big wobbly one on it. So, yeah, if you want to tickle the end of YouTube's pleasure toy, then just click that thumbs up to say that you watched the video, you didn't mind it. It wasn't too irritating. And I tell thee, if you have a little surf around YouTube, you can find some very irritating videos. I am not the worst. Next up, right, is I might need help with this, because the next one is Friday night. We're having an endurance race at the Great Hash Brown in America in the Ford Mustangs. I believe that's everything that's happening. But is qualifying involved in that as well? Because usually they qualify 1 week and race the week after, but I don't think it's a mixed class. So there'd be no need to do the qualifying. I don't know. I can't find information on my glasses. Do you know what? I can hardly see my iPad now. Them glasses are making my eyes worse. Right. Endurance starts with an E. Endurance event chat. Race info. Let's have a look. Lobby over. Yeah, qualifying 8. Race start at 5 past. They're getting 1 lap. They're getting 1 lap of the Brown. Well, no, it's probably like less than a 50-second lap in it. Blue Moon Bay Speedway. The Great Hash of Browns. So, yeah, they're racing there tomorrow night. If you want to join us for a live stream. All Mustangs, 5-minute quali. Thank you very much, Pat. Thanks, Thingy, says Skyjacker. No worries. I know he wants to close the room down so he can get a little hover-loving with the woman, with Mrs. Skyjacker. They're like at it like rabbits lately. I don't know what's wrong with them. So I was your broadcaster and your commentator, Willie B. Hardigan. Thanks for joining us here at the Virtual Racers Club. Any information you need whatsoever, do not hesitate to go to www.virtualracersclub.co.uk and everything you need is there. I will see you tomorrow evening. You have to come for the endurance race. They are beautiful. Seeing those Ford Mustangs made up, looking like NASCARs, going around a kind of an oval. It's going to be glorious. So please do not miss that. Thank you very much. Peace and love. Peace and love.